Okay, so I am going to do a lesson on 3.2, explore division of fractions with unlike denominators. So the problem says Marcus needs to measure out 2/3 liters of a solution. He is using a container that holds 1/6 liter. How many groups of 1/6 are in 2/3? How many times will Marcus need to fill the container? So before we can even do the modeling portion of this, we have to get a common denominator. So I'm going to write my division sentence. 2/3, it is what is being divided, and it is being divided by 1/6. Okay, and so my common denominator is going to be 6. So if my common denominator is going to be 6, then I have to do an equivalent fraction for 2/3. So 2/3 is going to become 4/6. And so now I'm going to rewrite my division sentence. My division sentence is now going to be 4/6 divided by 1/6. I'm going to draw the model. Here I'm just going to use the fraction bar. And I'm going to break it up into 6. Now, I'm going to put an X on these here because I don't need those because I only have 4/6. So again, this reads 4/6 divided by 1/6, which means how many 1/6 can I get out of 4/6? I can get 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, my answer is 4. So it says how many times or how many groups of 1/6 are in 2/3? 4. And it says how many times will Marcus need to fill the container? Marcus will need to fill the container 4 times. Okay, now problem number 2. So that was the first strategy. Again, you could use the number line or you can use the fraction bar. I just used the fraction bar. Now this one is going to be dividing using the reciprocal. Okay, now with the other one you could also just divide it 4 divided by 1, because if your denominators are the same, you can just simply divide the numerators and then it will be 4 divided by 1, which will still give you that 4. All right. So the next problem says Roberta about 9/10 pounds of raisins. She put 2/5 pounds in her bags for lunch. How many 2/5 pounds of bags can Roberta fill? Does she have any left over? Well, before we get, now with this one, we're just going to use the strategy of using the reciprocal. So I am going to write my division sentence is 9/10 divided by 2/5. So we're going to keep this the same. We're going to change that to a fraction. And I know, you all like to say flip, but the correct terminology is reciprocal. So I am going to come down here or over here and do this. So 9/10 will stay the same. The division sign is going to become multiplication, and the 2/5 or the reciprocal of 2/5 is going to be 5/2. So then I'm left with 45/20. Now, the problem with this is it's an improper fraction, and we cannot leave our answer as an improper fraction. So we're going to have to divide to fix that. So I'm going to do what's called the division box. If you understand the standard algorithm, you are more than welcome to still do the standard algorithm. So with this, I say, how many groups of 4 can I get out of 20? Or how many groups of 20 can I get out of 4? It'll be 0. 0 times 20 is going to be 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Carry the 4 to the next spot. Again, how many groups of 20 can I get out of 45? I'm going to be able to get 2. 2 times 20 is 40. And so when I write my answer, this 2 is going to be my whole number. The remainder is going to be my numerator, and my denominator is going to be here. Now, we cannot leave our answer as such because it's not in simplest form. So that's when you have to find the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the largest number that can divide into both 5 and into 20. So the greatest common factor is going to be 5 because 5 is the largest number. And so 2 stays the same. 5 divided by 5 will give you 1, and 20 divided by 5 will give you 4. So that is your answer. It says how many 2/5 pound bags can she fill? She can fill 2 bags. And then it asks, does she have any left over? And she does have some left over. Okay, she has some left over, and that's that. Okay. The next problem that I'm going to do is it says at school each class period is 3/4 hour long. If there are 6 hours of class time in school, let me start over. At a school, each class period is 3/4 hours long. If there are 6 hours of class time in a school day, how many class periods are there? So my divisions in this is going to be 6 divided by 3/4. So we're going to make 6 a fraction by putting a 1 up under it. And again, we're going to do the keep, change, reciprocal. I know y'all want to say flip. And so this division sign is going to change to a multiplication. And 3/4, the reciprocal of 3/4 is going to be 4/3. And so I get 24/3, which is an improper fraction. And then you can just divide 3 into, this time I'm going to do the standard algorithm, which that will go 8 times. And so they want to know how many class periods there. Oh, I need to move it up, so I'm sorry. There are 8 class periods. Okay. Let's go to the last one. It says a small bookshelf is 8/12 yards long. How many books can fit on a shelf if the width of each book is 1/24? So I am saying in this problem, 8/12 divided by 1/24. In this problem, again, you can always do the reciprocal. I think in this problem, I'm not going to do the reciprocal. I think that I'm going to find the equivalent fraction to 8/12 because my common denominator is going to be 24. So I am going to say, I'm going to write over here equivalent fraction and I need to make the equivalent fraction for 8/12. And so the common denominator is going to be 24. So I'm going to multiply 12 times 2 to get 24 and 18 times 2 to get 16. So now I can write this as 16 24ths divided by 1 24th. And so what the problem is basically saying is, how many 1 24ths can I get out of 16 24ths? And because their denominators are the same, I can just simply say 16 divided by 1, which will be 16 as your answer. So they want to know how many books can fit on this bookshelf. 16 books can fit on the bookshelf. I really hope this recording helps you all, and y'all can always refer back to it. So again, hope it helps.